What did you make of your side's performance? Obviously getting the job done was paramount, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've been so consistent all year, and they showed some resilience tonight. Though I think we didn't get everything right in that first half. You know, I think they'll hold their hands up there, and there's probably a little bit to learn. You know, but that's good going into the next couple of weeks. But I thought the character they showed, you know, to come out in that second half and play like they did. Yeah, they showed good signs and they showed some toughness there. So yeah, we'll take a lot of that from going into the next couple of weeks, and you know, we'll learn a few lessons. But I suppose that's good this time of year. You know, we can't be perfect, and we know we have to be better against York.
They're a much more physical side, and you know, they've been really great this season, and how they've improved is really clear in their performances. But I think that we love those games. You know, that's really why we train so hard. That's what we actually want to play each week. So you know, going into this game tonight, I think all the girls were buzzing. Everybody's looking forward to it. You know, it's sort of, these are the games that we love and we thrive off. So yeah, it's obviously a different feel, and we know we've got to perform in order to win, and you know, we had to do that tonight. But yeah, I think everybody did well and stepped up when we needed them to.
Yeah, we come under a little bit of pressure there, didn't we, in that first half, and you know, we went back-to-back sets on our own line, and again, that just shows the toughness of the squad. You know, we come through them moments, and then we get the opportunity to put a little bit of pressure on them, and they crack first. So. And Emily was a big part of that. You know, that lead line she ran to go through there. You know, we've been working really hard on that in training, and there's no one does it better than Rudge when she gets it right. So, you know, I think in terms of Emily, like she always steps up in big games for us, and she's so experienced and played at the highest level. And you know, we certainly needed that performance tonight from her, and she delivered it.
That game feels like such a long time ago, obviously the first game of the season, and I think, you know, we are a different side now, and we've been really consistent throughout the season from that point. So yeah, I think we're just looking to carry that on into the final, and just really excited to come up against York, and I know it'll be a really tough game and it'll be a battle, but I think the girls are really looking forward to that.
We know what's in front of us. We've you know, every time we say that's the first game, you know, it's the only game we lost this year, but every time we've come up against York and Leeds and Wigan, we've been in tough games, and we've fell on the right side of the result because, you know, we have got a strong group there, but we know how hard it's going to be. I think York are ready. They only have to win one game, and we have to be even better. So we'll, like I say, we'll have a good couple of weeks now, and hopefully, you know, we'll get the right result that we want, and obviously that's a win. We've not had one in the grand final for a few years, so you know, we'll be ready.
Yeah, really appreciate the support from the fans. I think, you know, when we were doing it tough, and I could really just hear them in the crowd, and then we scored that try and then went over, and the crowd just really gives a boost. So yeah, really appreciate the people coming out, obviously late on a Sunday, and yeah, hopefully they'll turn out for the final. I'm really pleased that it's going to be at Saints, and I think it'll be a great showcase of women's rugby league, so hopefully the fans do turn out and support us.